Yo, what's up, everybody? We back. Been away for a while, but we are returning back to y'all. Listen, we have a very, very, very interesting topic today. And our topic today is, are men still providers? And go ahead, Tremaine.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yes, we definitely missed you guys while we were out. Thank you for being loyal to us. And as always, like, share, and comment. Like, share, and comment. Help us to get our algorithm up as we spread the message of love and of Christ throughout the world. So, yep, our topic today, are men still providers?
Yes. And the thing about it is, it's a lot of times, um, you know, it's sad to say, it's sad to say that a lot of times, people that, well, let me say it like this: the society will tell you that, being a provider as a man is you bringing your paycheck home. Okay, I get it, because growing up as a child, that's what I saw. But I said, but when you think about it, Tremaine, um, and our listening audience as well,
Mhm.
there's a lot of times, being a provider is way more than just a paycheck.
Absolutely.
It's way more than just a paycheck. Being a provider is more than just the quote unquote bring home the bread and the bacon.
Absolutely. I think, Gerald, the times that we're living with so many people talking about mental health and the lack of uh, support from families, and I think that's one area that we overlook when it comes to provision. Um, a father's or a husband's role, or a man's role in general, is not to just to provide financially, but it's to provide mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. When God set it up, He gave man dominion over the earth. Right? That
Mm-hmm.
meant that man was supposed to provide and care for the earth, and it wasn't just him giving money. It was him,
Right.
tilling the ground, pulling weeds, and doing the work that was
Right.
necessary to be done in order for the earth to yield what it needed to yield. And I mean, likewise in families,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times men all we're looked at as is a bank account.
Right.
That's it. You date a young lady, and the first thing that she wants to know is how much money you make.
Mm-hmm.
What do you drive? What's your
Mm-hmm.
network?
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
Exactly. And my thing is, you said it, and and it's a lot of times, um, and I'm not saying this is the reason for everybody, but that's
Mhm.
the reason for a lot of people. The reason why they're still single,
Absolutely.
because that's the first thing that some, not all, some will say. Well, what do you bring to the table besides just your good looks?
That's right.
Okay, and I get it, I understand, but at the same time, if you looking for a captain saver,
Watch
well,
it. Watch it, Gerald.
watch yourself now. Watch yourself. A captain saver. Y'all know the rest. Y'all know the rest. If you're looking for the captain saver, yeah, I'll leave it right there. Um, I might not be your man. I may
Absolutely.
not be. I mean, I'm a married man, but at the same time, even when I was single, I would never let any woman come to me with that type of stuff.
Listen, man. That was one thing that I was always careful about in my single days, was understanding my role, the role that I play in that female's life. Right? If I'm her boyfriend, there's different. That's different than being a husband. As a boyfriend, it's not encompassed on me to provide. As a husband, it is mandatory that I am the one to provide and to make the provision and all of that for our household. And I think a lot of men and a lot of people in general get roles mixed up. Just because I'm with you doesn't necessarily mean I need to pay your light bill or your gas bill or your electric bill. And if, in order for you to be with me, that's a requirement. So my question is, what are we participating in? Are we participating in a relationship, or are we participating in I just
You
lost
just lost your
my
words.
thought. Yeah.
Well, maybe if you get a haircut like mine, you'll probably have your words.
In prostitution, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah. Yeah.
to say, and I know that that's harsh, but let's talk about it. That's real. That's real.
Let's just be real about it.
Let's real.
Exactly.
I know we live in a world that everything goes by currency, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when a woman puts herself out there and says that, you know, in order for this man to be with me, he has to do this, and this, and pay this bill and make sure that my children eat when it's not his child, and he didn't agree to be in a full relationship with this woman, ma'am, you're prostituting yourself for $1.
Right. And I mean, even men as well. And not just
Absolutely.
women, not just women, not just focusing on women.
Too.
You know, because guys, they do it too. And guys, they do it too. And I've heard guys and, you know, tell women, well, you know, well, if you don't look like this and if you don't look like that, well, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Looks ain't gonna keep your mental state.
Absolutely not.
You know, looks is not going to keep your mental state. Her bank account ain't gonna keep your mental state, because one day y'all gonna get on each other's nerves. I'm just being real about it. One day y'all gonna get on people's nerves.
That's right.
Y'all gonna get on each other's nerves, and I mean, you gonna have to be able to deal with that. And whoever's providing, you know, that's not what's going to, you know, keep the relationship and is going to make it last.
Absolutely.
You know, are those good things that somebody's being a provider? Yes. But I said, but it's not always a paycheck.
And I mean, when you look at that too, as well, when you depend upon somebody to provide for you, what you're doing is you're being dependent upon them totally.
Right.
And whereas that could be a good or bad thing, let's just look at it from this view, right? Mad day comes and you're depending upon that man or that woman to provide for you, and they withdraw that provision. Then where do you find yourself?
Right. Exactly.
Bitter, hurt, upset, trying to figure it out, right? So it's not just one person's job to provide in a relationship. Is both of you building your empire, your kingdom together. Right.
And I mean, like you said, I like what you just said. It's not always one person's responsibility to provide. And there's a scripture that I'm trying to get it, that a lot of women try to use this, or a lot of men, because I don't want to make it seem like we're just bashing on women, because that's definitely not what we're doing. And a lot of people try to use that to support what they're saying, but that's not it, man. You can't. It's impossible for you to think that because he's not paying all of your bills, y'all can't be together. Well, you just might. You probably just missed out on your Prince Charming. You know, you probably just missed out on your Prince Charming. You know, your king, however you want to call it. I almost said something. So, you know, I got a problem. Let me go over here and talk about this right quick. I'm gonna pull out of it real quick. I got a problem when I hear another man call another man king. I got a problem with that,
bruh.
I should have said that, Terrence. Want to know why?
Yeah, explain, Gerald.
I have a problem with that, because it's because you hear so many women saying it, and if it's like a man come along and say it, I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's not what we're talking about.
Right.
We're talking about, are men still providers? And I say, let me ask you this. And then I say, and a lot of y'all in the comments, y'all can comment on this. If you're with a guy, or you're with your significant other, and if he's not able to provide a paycheck, is he still a provider?
Or better yet, do you still look at him as a man?
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
There's a lot of there's a lot of time, and not just women, men do it too. Yeah. We place value on a person based upon the amount of money that they make. And so if one day something happens and this person is unable to make that amount of money, do you still view them as a man, or as a woman, or as a human? I'm gonna be real transparent, and that's why it's important that you understand being equally yoked
Right.
is important.
Right.
If you're gonna marry somebody, make
Mm-hmm.
sure you know who you are married to. There was a season of life where I was unemployed, and it seemed like, man, it was lasting forever. I was applying for jobs left and
Right.
right, and
Mm-hmm.
I was on interviews every day. It seemed
Right.
like for a year, and nothing was happening. And my I got so discouraged, and my wife would come home and say, "You're still my Superman."
Right.
Regardless to
Right.
what's happening, you're still my Superman, right?
Right.
So even though at the time I wasn't able to provide for her
Mm-hmm.
in the way that I was accustomed to,
Mm-hmm.
she still viewed me as not only her husband but as her Superman. And what that did for me, it allowed me to trust her in a different way, and
Right.
it allowed me to see that it wasn't just about the finance. It wasn't,
Mm-hmm.
just because, we got two checks coming in, which lets us take trips and drive what we want
Right.
to, live where we want to,
Right.
do what we want to. It was a covenant. It was a union, and that she was there for it, regardless to whether or not I was bringing in something into the household. Now, I mean, granted, I got a job as soon as possible, just because
Right.
I'm that type of man. I'm not used to, and nor would I ever be used to, anybody taking care of me. That's how I am. Some other people feel a
Mm-hmm.
different way
Right.
about it. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I I don't have much respect for a man who does not try. At least
Who does
I
not try?
understand that
Right.
life can be a booger. And let's just be real. It can be hard out here, right?
Yeah,
But
buddy.
bruh, at least try.
Right.
At least get
Try
up and try. You know what
something.
I'm saying? I don't want to get up at 4 a.m. to leave my house at 5 to sit in traffic to be to work at 6. To have to deal with attitudes of people all day just to repeat the whole hour long drive home.
Mm-hmm.
But I, who God created me to be, he also gave me an assignment. He
Right.
gave me dominion, as we first started talking about. But in dominion, meaning, if I'm possessing this land, if I'm overseeing this land, or
Mm-hmm.
this family
Right.
that God has given me, I have to do what it takes to provide for
Right.
them.
Right. I say if it means you work 15, 16 hours a day,
Bruh.
if it means that you work your fingers to the bone and you work yourself down to the ground,
Mhm.
all right, then let's do it. Because I ain't finna do it. I'm gonna go to sleep. And I'm gonna wake back up the next day and do it again.
Exactly.
I ain't finna ever go to sleep and wake up the next day and do it again. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So do I believe that there's still men out there that are providers? Yes, I do. I still believe that.
Mhm.
Now, let me say this. And I'm like you, Tremaine. I got a problem when I see men that still sit on the couch. You still sit on the couch. You play your video games. You drive your wife's car, and you let her go to work and do all the work, and you don't do nothing. And oh Lord, I keep getting myself in trouble. And then I say, then all you want to do is come home, and she come home, and you want to do all this on her, and you want to get on it. Y'all know what that
Yeah,
is.
come on now.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all saved, but y'all ain't that saved. You know what this is. That right there. And that's all you want to do. But at the same time, man, listen, that ain't even providing. Because I said, because a real woman, they like that, but that ain't their main goal.
Exactly.
Is that you're able to, God dog. But
Go
ahead, Tremaine. Go ahead.
Man, you just keep digging yourself
For
deeper and
real.
deeper.
Exactly.
But I mean, and even in that case that you bought up, bro, sis, if the spouse is away working, you can at least clean the house.
Yeah.
Have a meal prepared. Have
Especially
the kids
if you know what she likes.
Settled down.
Yeah.
Like we said, provision doesn't always come by means of finances. It's meeting the need of the other person, right?
Yeah.
So if meeting that need means having a meal on the table, then then that's what needs to happen. I think we've the conversation has been had over and over and over again. It's kind of like beating a dead horse now
You're right.
of roles in
Right.
relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Men are supposed to do this, that, the other. Women are supposed to do this, that, and the other. But I think if we are having a mature relationship, there are no gender roles.
Right. Exactly. Now, somebody in the comments is saying that some men have to be taught how to do certain things. I agree, and to some degree, I do. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Some degree, I don't, because some men just are equipped to get up off your tail and make it happen.
That's right.
Some men are equipped, and the men that have to be taught is because I believe that in their childhood they didn't see that happening. They didn't have a father role being presented to them, whether it be spiritual father or either just a natural father to be able to be able to to be able to gleam off of that,
Mhm.
to be able to watch that as a form of, okay, this is what needs to be done. This is how you should do. This is how you should do that. This is how you should do that. Excuse me. And I get it. Some men do need to be taught when it comes to certain things, because some men, they just kind of like, always goofy, always just kind of just like, so, some men are like that.
Some circles just don't connect completely.
I didn't say all men. Some men, they elevated don't go to the top.
Right.
And I ain't saying all men, but some men they don't. And it's just some men, you're right. They need to be taught how to do certain things. They need to be taught how to treat a woman. They need to be taught, when you get the right woman, man, open that woman door, man.
Open her door, man.
Open up her door. You get the right woman, man. Listen, rub her back. Some women like that, some women don't.
Listen, I watch a lot of podcasts throughout the week. One, just because they're entertaining, and two, it kind of lets you see where other people are. And there's a growing trend that there's men on social media, on Facebook, on other platforms, talking about now they're tired of providing for women, and they're coming from the stance more or less from the dating avenue, where women are doing stupid stuff now. Listen, if I invite you out on a date, I already know that I'm going to take care of the bill,
of course,
before then, but I don't expect you to order the whole menu when you get there.
Don't do me like that, man.
And don't pack food away for your children
don't
either.
Do that.
I asked you out.
I didn't ask you and your cousins out.
Right.
And all your kids, your bad kids. Don't do that.
And then when I refuse to pay the bill and leave you with it, then you get on social media and post my picture and blast me all over social media, saying I'm good. I'm a no good man, but what did you do in that aspect? Come on now. Like, it's not my job when I'm trying to get to know you to provide for you. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times we get dating and courting mixed up.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. If I'm courting you, I have a vested interest in you, meaning that I'm working toward there being a marriage.
Right.
When I'm dating you, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, right? And as dating, it ain't my responsibility to pay your light bill. Don't come to the dinner table saying, "Oh, I'm $200 short on my rent. I'm gonna eat my steak and ignore you because I got my own rent to pay." I'm just saying, sometimes people are delusional.
Like crazy.
They're delusional in the way that they think.
Man, my wife in the comments, she said, why I can't pack my leftovers for my kids? First of all, my wife don't even eat leftovers. She don't. We can eat, we'll be eating something. I'm full. And she'll set it right there in the icebox. Ain't even going back to it. And don't even go back to it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, I'm like, man, I say, if you know that I'm struggling, if I'm trying, and I make $10 an hour, I make $9 an hour. Man, don't go to this restaurant and run up a tab $300-400. Don't run up a tab, not even $100, because I probably can't afford it.
I mean, and even if I could, That ain't your business.
That ain't your
Like, come on
business.
now. Be reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Just like and then bro, we get looked at crazy because men, we got this rule. And, bro, I'm gonna get my man card taken for saying this. But yeah, if I spend over a certain amount, I'm expecting.
I'm expecting a little something.
Yeah,
I'm
listen.
expecting some
If I'm paying
pound.
at dinner, you pay it later.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, and either school of thought is unhealthy and toxic, honestly, but it's the way that it is, right?
Mhm.
So with that being said, if you want us to respect you and the gift that you
Yeah.
are to
Mhm.
us,
Yeah.
as a woman, then you need to respect the fact that I'm more than a meal ticket.
Right.
Right. And I'm gonna put this out here, ladies. Again, we're not attacking you, but I'm gonna say this: stop accepting dinners from men that you know that you don't like.
Exactly. Stop it.
That man is more than just a free meal.
Right. Right. And I definitely agree with you on that as far as men as well. Stop accepting phone calls and text messages and Netflix and chill from women that that you're not going that they can't even or either you, well, not necessarily them, that you can't even take them to the corner. I'm just saying, man, that you can't even take them to the dadgum corner.
You can't take them to the corner store, bro.
You can't even take them to the corner store because they gonna get up in there and run up a bill.
Right.
They gonna get up there and run up a $60 bill of dadgum snacks. Come on, man, don't do that. I mean, but I'm just saying, man, and not only that, man. If you're over 40 years old, bro, you too old to be you too old for girlfriend and boyfriend stuff. Anyway.
Come on, exactly.
If you over 40 years old,
exactly.
If you over 35. Chances are you're probably too old for girlfriend and boyfriend stuff. Well, Terrence for the word me out after this. But you too old for that. And my thing is, I'm like, okay, if we dating, let's date with a purpose. Because that's what I told my wife.
Absolutely.
I don't want no more girlfriends. I don't want no girlfriend. I told my wife, hey, listen, I want to be married. I need to be married because of who I am.
Right.
I cannot walk this walk and just be single and think I'm going to get away with it. Absolutely. I'm not. I'm going to get caught up somewhere. And I know I am.
Absolutely. And talking about
real.
Providing, also the Bible talks about the virtuous woman, right? And women, y'all like to hang y'all hats that y'all want to be a virtuous woman, but it also talks about how she gets up early in the morning and she makes things by hand to take to the marketplace, which means that she's contributing to the household. And it talks about how not only are her children proud of her, but her husband is proud of her, and she's a benefit to the household, right? You're a benefit to the household. You can't be a virtuous woman, but you're running up the Amex card and not adding to it and not paying a bill.
But you still want him to be a provider.
Exactly.
No, man.
Exactly.
You a headache.
You working that man to death.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You working that man to death for what?
Exactly. And I mean, I say now, and it's the same way with a man. Man, you working her to death.
Absolutely.
You know she work hard. You know she.
Bro, do that laundry.
This. She do this, man. Hey, man, go on and wash them dishes.
Come on, man.
Go on and wash their laundry. Go on and show up to her job with her favorite meal. Go on and do that, man. Go on and sit home on a little staycation for the weekend.
Exactly.
And you don't even try to go.
And listen, brothers, we no longer have the excuse that I don't know how to do it. Guess what? Google will teach you everything. Yeah. Google will teach you how to cook a meal. Google will teach you how to do laundry, bro. Listen, you got homeboys, call them up. Hey, bro, how cook the steak real quick? Or, what I put these colored clothes on because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's no excuse anymore for us just putting things onto our spouses and just letting them
don't do that.
Carry the weight.
Don't do that. Especially when you sit back and you watch them. And you watching them, all the things they go through, all the things they have to deal with, all the headaches, all of the stress that they have to deal with, bro. See what you can do to get in there to make their load lighter.
That's right.
If you're not working, you're not bringing anything to the table as far as finance. Get in there and see what you can do to take some of that headache from them.
Well,
Take some of that stress, and you be in there stressed out.
Gerald, the one thing that I hear from brothers in general is they want their women to be their peace, right?
Yeah.
And that's what they want women to provide for them is peace, right? But I think that's reciprocal. Why, bro? You can't be a headache and expect her to provide peace for you, bro. Especially if she's getting up every day, going to work just like you. You know what I'm saying? But you out here, you don't know how to handle money.
Yeah.
You don't do anything else but want to go to Pound Town, like you said earlier. You know what I'm saying? And you're sitting there looking at a load of laundry, and that woman is exhausted.
Pound Town, man, she tired, man. She don't want a Pound Town.
Bro, fine, you get up off that video game and go do the laundry, right? You gotta, it works both ways, right? Yeah. Bro, you don't want to be looked at as just a bank account, but then contribute more to the needs of not the woman, but the household.
Right. Let me see if she, of course. Of course. And the thing about it is, bro, when you see your woman stressed out like that, man, see what you can do to like alleviate some of that.
Exactly.
See what you can do to alleviate some of that. I mean, you a man, okay, show it. Let me see you be a man. Do some man stuff.
Absolutely.
Do some man stuff. And I ain't talking about Pound Town.
Absolutely.
Do some man stuff.
Be the leader of your home. And brothers, I'm gonna tell you this too. Stop throwing money at everything. Stop leading with your money, bro. Let the woman get to know who you are.
Your mom say ain't nothing wrong with your hands. Oh, I see where she going with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, stop leading with your money, bro. Yeah. Like, put your credit card up.
Yeah.
Her first impression of you shouldn't be what you drive, how much you make, bro. That, okay, great. But there's 10,000 other dudes that are coming at her the same way.
I'm trying to
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let that be a bonus. Don't let that be who you are. You know what I'm saying? And then don't get mad when women respond to you the way that you present yourself.
Exactly. It was something you did to make her respond to you like that. It was something that you said, or either she saw you doing something, and you didn't think she was paying attention. That's why she responded that way.
Absolutely.
That's why she kind of, gave you the side eye. That's why she looked at you funny. That's why when you say, hey, babe, you want to go to the movies tonight? That's probably why she told you no. Because she came home, the house was dirty.
And she was tired.
And she was tired.
Absolutely.
And you talking about going to the movies. Here it is. You've been laying up all day looking at cartoons. Looking at darn Barney Rubble and cartoons and stuff, playing video games and sitting on the computer doing God knows what. And she been at work. Working herself to the bone.
Exactly.
And she got to come home and cook. No, man, you cook. Or either, hey, babe, I see you just got home. Why don't you go ahead and sit down and have a seat? I'm finna run up the street and get some takeout right quick, and I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm finna get your favorite meal, and I already know what you want. So I'll be right back.
It's the simple things.
Allow her not to make up her mind.
Exactly.
And that's what my wife loves. When she don't have to make up her mind about nothing, it's kind of hard for me. Because I think I know that I'm finna do this. Then next thing she's like, no.
Right.
I said, dang. She said no. I said, God, dog. She only said with a smile. She said no. I said, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But I said, but at the same time, if you're without employment, man, listen, find yourself doing something to try to alleviate some of that stress that your wife is dealing with.
Right.
Trying to find a way.
9 times out of 10, she's fussing, brothers, not because you're not contributing financially, but because you're not contributing, period. Like, that's already a hard thing. But when you just sitting there twiddling your thumbs and she get, I mean, bro, just think about it. How you feel when she's off from work and you still got to get up.
And you still got to get up.
And you still got to go to work. And she just laying there chilling. You know she deserves it, but a part of you is kind of like, look at her.
What you doing? You been at
she ain't
home
about to
all
do
day.
nothing all day. You know what I'm saying?
And you know she ain't.
You know, and then she gonna call you to go to the store that she could go to.
Yeah.
Because she already off.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's another
Yeah.
story for a different day. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So the way that you feel in that moment, think about that's what she feels looking
Right.
at you, you know, not doing anything, not providing or not being the man that you're supposed to be. So audience engagement. Let's have a little fun.
Yeah, because I got some. Go ahead.
What was the worst dating experience that you've had? Share that with us.
Man, I tell you what, I got one when I was dating.
Mhm.
Man, I was dang, but I hope I don't get in trouble. Because sometimes I talk too much. Sometimes I talk too much. Because sometimes my wife tells me, "Boy, you talk too much. Be quiet, boy. You shouldn't even say it that." But no, I'm not my wife, man. She's a great woman. It was I was dating this woman, man, and I called myself as trying to impress her, and we wind up going to this restaurant. I was like, dang, I know I ain't got that type of money. But we went. Tremaine, I had to walk out.
For real.
I had to walk out, Tremaine. I had to walk out. I say, I'll be back. Let me go to the bathroom right quick.
Bro, did you leave us in there?
I left her in there, Tremaine.
Oh,
I did, Tremaine. I did. I left her in there. I left her in there. I had to, man. I had to. I was like, man, I said, if I sit here, I said, man, I know I got $20 in my pocket. I thought we was trying to go to Chili's.
Why'd you let her pick, bro? That's your phone, dude.
Hey, I was trying to impress her.
Nah, man, yeah, you trying to impress, but then you steer her in the direction you want her to go in. I'm just saying. Nah, so my worst experience, I just moved to Texas.
Now your wife need comments.
She
I just want you to know.
I know. She knows the story too. I just moved to Texas. This lady hooked me up with this girl that went to my church. And you know, man, I'm a little old school, so you know, your first the first appearance or your first contact with people says a whole lot. So I show up, it was cool. I had a nice sweater, nice jeans on. I showed to pick her up, and I'm waiting for her like 45 minutes for her to, come.
Mm-hmm.
Man, she comes out of the house with a Lucky Charms t-shirt and some run over tennis shoes.
Come on, man.
You made me wait 45 minutes for that. Okay, so then kind of like you, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna let her pick the movie that we gonna go see. She picks this 3-hour long sci-fi movie, and when I tell y'all, I was in there snoring. I don't care. Judge your bald head cousin named Bart. I was knocked.
He said, "Tell your mama."
Nobody wanted to see that mess, right?
Golly.
And even still, I was like, you know what? Let me just try to round this night. Let me salvage this as much as I possibly could. So I was like, all right, let's go
At least
grab.
she wasn't sitting in the house.
Right. Let's go grab something to eat. We go to get something to eat, and she's like ordering everything on the menu, and then commences to ordering drinks. And I'm looking at her like, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then threatens to call her daddy on me if I don't pay the bill. I'm like, listen, your daddy could catch these hands too.
He can get these hands.
Like, what's going on? You have absolutely lost it. You know what I'm saying? And in that moment, I was like, this chick is straight up taking advantage of me.
Yeah.
You made me wait 45 minutes. You showed up in a Lucky Charms t-shirt and some run over sneakers. For real? And then you do all of this? I'm good.
So one more question. Now, I don't know who like grits and who don't. I don't like grits because I don't like the texture of stuff. Sometimes grits, it look like spit. Okay, it sounds a little nasty, but I know some people they like sugar on their grits, and some people don't like sugar on their grits. Now, if you like sugar on your grits, I'm gonna tell you right now, something wrong with you.
Absolutely.
As like I said,
that's cream of wheat.
Well, you know what? When I did eat grits when I was a kid, if I far back as I can remember, that's what I was doing, putting sugar on grits. That's what my mom used to do.
Pepper, butter, cheese.
That's what my mama did, trick me. he didn't get raised right.
salt,
Trey said,
pepper,
no,
butter,
Tremaine didn't
cheese.
get raised right.
That's how you eat grits.
Now,
man.
what do y'all like sugar on y'all grits, or y'all just like salt and pepper? Now, come on, now y'all talk to us in the comments. Sugar and grits, or either salt and pepper. Now, I said, if you just like grits, period, you might not know the Lord. I'm just gonna tell you that now.
Wow, bro.
What's up, Oliver? I'm gonna tell you right now, if you just like grits, period, you might not know the Lord as much as you say. And the Lord might not know you.
Man, I disagree, bro, because I love me some grits, man.
You like grits?
I love grits, man.
With the toast?
Nah, just give me some grits.
Just grits.
And some sausage? Yeah, man. That's some good eating, bro. I mean, I ain't fluffy.
I'm gonna pray for you.
No reason, bro.
I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you. But y'all, we can get back to our topic. Your wife said sugar and butter.
I know.
Oliver, that's one of my classmates. He said sugar. I don't know, man. Sugar. It just when them grits hit the back of my throat, I can't do it. I was like, man, that's nasty. I almost throw up. I'm like, ugh. It'll make me start like gagging.
Oatmeal is worse. It looks like paste.
Oh, I turned some oatmeal down. Some oatmeal.
Oatmeal looks like paste, man.
Well, I'm finna eat that toothpaste then. Well, I'm finna eat it then. Well, that's what I'm eating. Oatmeal with that raisin bread. Oh yeah, I'm finna slop that up with some sausage. Oh yeah, we in there.
Bruh.
We in there. No.
Bruh. No.
Oh, come on, Tremaine. Butter and sugar. And
Nah.
Come on now, your mom is in the comments. She said butter and sugar with shrimp. Oh Lord,
Mama.
Well, y'all is from New Orleans,
Mama.
so I know y'all gonna do stuff.
Mama,
different.
you know better than that.
Now y'all from New Orleans, so y'all gonna do stuff different now. It's gonna be way different from the Texans.
Nah, I think she made that up. Butter and sugar and shrimp. Nah. I think she was bored one day.
She was just bored and just
mixing some stuff.
Just do this here.
Absolutely.
But our topic is, are men still providers?
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't bring the paycheck home, does that still make you a provider?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's just, hey, some say it don't, some say it do. To each his own. Everybody has their own opinion.
You know what, man? One thing that I'm grateful for is I grew up in a very Southern home. Like my mom, my aunts, my cousins raised me or whatever. And one thing that they always taught me was that provision comes in different ways.
Right.
And so they taught me how to cook at a young age. They taught me how to clean, how to sew, and do all of these other things. And my aunt said, I'm teaching you this not to make you girly, but to equip you so if one day you get married and your wife gets sick, you can still provide what she needs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times, especially with this newer generation, parents are more focused on, raising masculine boys instead of actually equipping their children with real life skills. Just because you know how to cook don't make you weak. Just because you know how to clean a house doesn't make you, a simp or make you a pushover. It makes you a well-rounded guy, actually.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It speaks volumes about who you are, so I charge parents and I charge, people who are raising boys now, teach your boys that
teach them how to do something.
Their hands are worth, are worth more than just making money. It's their responsibility to also help make a house as much as it is the wife's responsibility.
Right. And I mean, it's, like you said, if you have sons, man, go get your sons, pull them in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Come here, let me show you how to make some cornbread. Come here, let me show you how to make some fish. Fish and cornbread, no, it don't go together.
Nah, I'm about to say
it don't.
What do you eat?
It don't.
And what are you eating, bro?
Now, granted, my wife is a way much better cook than I am. I am not a cook at all, but at the same time, do I know how to cook? Yeah, I do, but not as good as my wife can. But can I make her a meal? Yeah, I can. But will she eat it? She probably won't. So she probably won't. But at the same time, she was like, "Nah, it's okay.
Right,
I go
right.
get it myself.
But she'll honor your try.
Exactly, but exactly,
Exactly.
she'll definitely honor and respect me as okay. Well, you did try. I appreciate it, but I don't want that.
Exactly.
But yeah,
And
but
man,
yeah,
one way, there are several ways that I try to honor my wife is by making sure like the menial tasks
Mhm.
she never has to do. When I wash her car. When I gas up my car, I gas up
You providing.
her car. You know what I mean? Brothers and people in general, that's providing. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is nothing worse than having somewhere to go and you running late and you ain't got no gas.
And you ain't got no
Right. You know
gas.
what I'm
You like,
saying?
dang.
Or you don't let your spouse use your car and they done drove up your gas and been inconsiderate and not filled up your gas
I ain't
tank.
finna get in on that.
You know what
I ain't finna
I'm
get in on that because as much as you told me Shirley, like she'll pull up on you.
saying?
I don't want her pulling up on me because you just took a shot at her.
Nah,
Nah.
she would never.
But at the same time, like Oliver, Tashima Oliver, as my classmate, he said it's more than money. Just provide. It's more than that, man.
Absolutely.
See, this finna be a
Absolutely.
part two. All right,
It gotta be.
This definitely gonna be a part two.
Gotta
This
be.
definitely gonna be a part two. We might need to have somebody here that can argue the point with us, that don't mind a debate. But I mean, that's cool, whatever. But it's so much more than just providing with money. Okay, what I say, my thing is, what if this guy or this man, he's
Mhm.
providing money, but he slap you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Right.
Or else
Lacks integrity.
he lacks integrity. He's not respectful.
Absolutely.
He get around your family. He disrespectful to them.
Right.
He get around your kids if they're step kids. He disrespects them. But yet and still you still expect for him to be a provider. No, he's a deadbeat.
Absolutely.
No,
Absolutely. Yeah. He provided the Mercedes. He provided the nice house, but he's also providing you with low self-esteem.
Mhm.
He's diminishing who you are as a person. And you got to ask the question, is the money worth it at the end of
Right.
the day?
Mhm.
Is the money worth you losing who God intended for you to be?
Exactly. Or do you even have any peace?
Absolutely.
Instead of him as a woman, do you have peace? When he come around, do he give you a headache just because he showed up?
Right.
How about that? And if that's the case, that's probably not the one for you. That's probably not the one for you. If he gives you a headache every time he show up, every time he open up his mouth, or every time he touch something, it crumbles. Or every time it just like, dude, or all you can offer is that. Come
Right.
on, man. It's so much more to a relationship. It's so much more to just instead of just providing that.
Right. And also I've said this several times throughout the podcast. Also understand the role that you play in a person's life. That is important. There's men out here who are boyfriends who's trying to play husband to women who are not interested in having husbands.
That's
They want
right.
boyfriends.
You want a
And
boyfriend.
they want the benefit of a husband, but don't want the commitment that comes with it. So, brothers, you got to be smart. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Also, ladies, same thing. Don't be out here, ladies, giving these men, wifely privileges,
Mhm.
and he ain't put a ring on it.
Yeah, he ain't put a ring on it.
And you hearing this from a man. Listen,
Mhm.
if he doesn't value you enough to make you his wife, then he don't get wifely duties.
He don't get wifely duties
Wifely privileges.
Because I tell you this, and I say, and I'll tell any man this, and some men they've tried to argue the point. I'm like, you a lying wonder. You a lying wonder. I used to hear him say that when I was part of the Church of God in Christ Church. You a lying wonder. It does not take a man 3 and 4 years to know.
Absolutely not.
If you his wife,
man, no.
It takes a man, a real man that's got his mind made up, that know what he want. It take him maybe 6, maybe 7 months. Maybe a year. Maybe.
Because I think one thing people forget is that men we're visual.
Yeah.
We're visual, and that's just not in a sexual way.
Mm-hmm.
That's in general.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching everything you do. I'm watching your character.
Right.
I'm watching how you move in rooms with other females. I'm watching everything about you. And then me watching those things helped me to understand, yo, yeah, that's her. That's her. I'm gonna tell y'all this. My wife, I knew she was my wife when my wife
There we go.
got off the road from working all day long, drove 4 hours to San Antonio where I was to come and help me work a lock-in for my church's youth ministry. Not only did she do that, she
That's what we
came
doing?
with food.
That's what we doing? Oh, okay.
She came with food. I'm like, who is this woman? Like,
Yeah.
let me put a ring on this.
Yeah.
Because you don't find people that do stuff like that anymore.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the same way with me. When I met my wife, I was like, man, please, I ain't finna let no man get this.
Right?
No, I'm like, you fine and you pretty and you treat me nice and you care about me and you concerned about what's going on in my life and you care about me and my ministry.
Absolutely.
I'm like, and you saved and you love God. You probably more saved than me. So I'm like, oh no, I ain't finna let this go.
Exactly.
Y'all, rest of y'all Negroes, y'all get back.
It don't
I got
take
this.
all day to recognize.
No, it just does not. This. I'm serious. This is a word for the single women and the single man. If that man, I'm telling y'all, it does not take a man that long to know if you wifey or not.
Absolutely.
It just don't.
10 years is too long.
10 years is too long.
He is playing in your face.
He's playing in your face, especially if you giving up the cookie.
Right.
He sure ain't finna marry you. He's like, you already doing this?
He is playing in your face. I mean, and I piggyback on that to the singles that's out there. Value yourself enough to have healthy boundaries and not allow people to cross those boundaries. Nobody is that attractive. Nobody is that great that they get to cross your boundaries. Whatever your boundaries are, that's what it is. And a man, and the other thing that I keep hearing about is this quote unquote high value man and high value woman. But let me say this: a high value man will respect your boundaries. They will do the work it takes to get to be the person in your life.
Exactly. And I was talking to my sister about this a couple of years ago. A real man, he'll eat through a brick wall to get to you.
Absolutely. Drink your bath water, girl.
He'll eat through a brick wall, drink your bath water, or either whatever it takes to get to you. He gonna do it until he do whatever it is that he's trying to accomplish, whatever it is he's trying to do, until he gets you. That's how men are.
Absolutely.
That's how men are, because we can smell a real woman in the atmosphere.
Absolutely.
I can smell a real woman. I can. I'm married now, but I can look at a woman. I say, oh yeah, that's somebody's wife.
Right.
That's somebody's wife. Oh yeah, you somebody's wife. I can look at a woman. Oh, you just a girlfriend.
Exactly.
I can look at a woman. I say, oh, you just, a high and by. Or you can just look at this woman like, oh yeah, you somebody's wife. I don't know why you ain't met him. Maybe because you don't go nowhere.
Right. I mean, it's in how they carry themselves. Like it is, and it's unexplainable. Like a wife walks just with another level of confidence. It's like she's walking on clouds.
Yeah.
Almost, like she's just out there bouncing,
For real. I'm serious. That's how it was when I met my wife. I was like, man, please. I said, no, I ain't finna get this up. This too good. I said, no. Yeah. I said, no. I said, when I met her, I said, we ain't even married. I said, oh, my life already getting better. I said, I said, oh no. I said, no. Let me just go on and marry this one.
And brothers, when I talk about boundaries, I'm serious. Like my wife, for I want to say 2 months, maybe. We didn't even talk on the phone. We text. She was like, nah, Joker, I need to get to know you first.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you lying?
Nah, 2 months. We texted
I can believe that.
Back and forth. So part of that was, I believe, to see how persistent I was. What was I gonna stick around, even though she wasn't giving in to me calling her?
Oh, so she made you chase?
Slightly, because it could have been worse.
My wife didn't make me chase.
It could have been worse, but But even through the text conversations, it felt like we were talking because there was a connection there, you know. And then when we just started talking on the phone, it was, it just it went from there. But.
No, my wife, she didn't make me chase, but she definitely tried me and to see how consistent.
Shirley Johnson,
and she definitely tried me in a lot of areas to see how consistent I was gonna be, how consistent I was gonna be and see if I was just gonna kind of hang around for the moment and just kind of, get a little happiness and just, all right, I'm done.
Right.
No, no. I'm like, no, this is the Lord's doing.
This is and it is pleasing.
They say the pleasing. So I think you wanted to plug somebody.
Oh
or
yeah,
no?
yeah. Real quick, guys. If y'all are looking for a barbershop or y'all know some gentlemen that's looking for a barbershop, check out my barber. His name is Zarek, and he's at Blade Kings 3 in Cedar Hill, Texas. The address is 949 North Highway 67, suite number 301. There are Christian men over there, professional. They respect your time, and they're consistent. One thing that I hate is an inconsistent barber. Don't cut my hair fly one time, and then the next time I come back, it looked like chipmunks ran through it.
Like chipmunks ran through it. Or look like your dog.
Right, exactly. Oh, they've been consistent, and I've been with Zarek now for about 2 years at his former location. So I want you guys to support this young man. He's a Christian, he's a black man, he's a family man, and he's really trying to make a change in his life and to be an entrepreneur. So he normally accepts appointments via his site. So you can go to Booksy and look for Blade Kings 3. Go to Zarek, and his whole menu options are there.
You think I can get an edge up?
He might be able to do your beard, man.
so listen. Since we plug it, let me plug Burgerlicious. Listen,
definitely do that, bro.
Let me plug Burgerlicious. If y'all have not had a real burger, listen. Let me tell you something. You finna have two locations. To get an option from. You can either go to Louisville, which some people don't like to, which that's fine. Louisville, the address is Louisville, 1565 West Main Street, Suite 210. Louisville, Texas, 75067. Or else you can come to our new location, which is not open yet. It's going to be in Lancaster. And the address of that one, I gotta find that one because I don't know the address. I just know where it is. And right now, a lot of people are asking what's going on with that project, what's going on with it. Right now, we're in the stages of hiring people and getting the right people in place. That way, when y'all come, y'all can still get the best customer service. Y'all can still get treated nice. All of that good stuff. We're in the process of creating a new menu because some stuff that's in Louisville we're not gonna have out there in Lancaster. Some stuff that's in Louisville, it's either or. But we're definitely gonna change up the menu a little bit, add a few things, kind of beef it up a little bit. A little bit more hype. Right now we're in the process of like I said, just hiring people. And in a few weeks, I should have something to show y'all. Give me a few weeks. I should have something to show y'all. Y'all will see it all over social media, all of that everywhere. And I guess that's it, Tremaine.
So y'all listen, keep your eyes open because I want y'all to go support my brother. So support him. We plug money into everybody else. Let's plug money into Burgerlicious.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna try to go there and see if I can get me an edge up. Man, I want one. I want an edge up. What's wrong with me wanting an edge up?
Bro? Maybe he can draw it on.
Well, that's what I want. Draw it on.
And airbrush it for you.
That's what I want. Draw me an edge up on. And if he looking at this, say, bro, I want an edge up. I want an edge up and I want a fade on the side. I just want one fade. I don't want a whole fade. I just want one fade on the side. Man. You want to pray us out?
Yeah, let's pray out. Heavenly Father God, we thank you for this time that we get to spend with each other and also with our Heaven's Culture Podcast family, God. We pray for everybody who's been online, God, for those who are single, for those who are married, for the men who are online, God, that you will bring us up to a higher level in you, God. Help us to be who you've designed us and called us to be, God. Help us to be authentic to who you've called us to be. And God, help us as men to understand the roles that we play and our responsibility in the lives of the women in our lives, and the same for the women that are online as well. God, we bless you, we love you, we honor you, and we say thank you for this time again. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Well, God bless you, everybody. Peace in the Middle East, and I need some hair grease.